Alright folks, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's always a pleasure to see you. Hope you're all doing good. Hope you're all having a nice weekend too. There's a good chance if you're watching this around now you're probably getting ready for the UFC. And if that's the case, I hope you'd have a good one on that too. But we're into the final. It's final time. For us, over in Monte Carlo, we've got Carlos Alcaraz, Lorenzo Musetti. Aye. Seems destined, does it not? It really does. I'm pretty sure this is going to be an absolute cracker. I can't wait for this. We'll talk about it very shortly. Before we do, like the video for me, if you would. Get yourself subscribed to the channel. If you're not, I'd appreciate it if you did. I'd love to have you. If you want to support the channel, there's a link in the description and the pinned comment. Right then, first things first, look, there's only one game to talk about today, so before we do, we'll just quickly recap the week, I suppose. Fairly decent week once again, personally, as far as the picks go. What did we have? Look, no dice on the outrights. It is what it is. We've hit a couple of them the past couple of weeks, They're only sprinkles. The odds are massive, you only need one of them to come in, and that'll cover you for quite some time. But official picks, let's do a quick recap, was it? So first off, what did I do? It was Holger Rune and Jack Draper. As we should remember, Holger Rune did pull out of that game. Didn't win as much as I initially planned, but hey, look, it got void. It weren't a loss, it weren't a push. Profits, and I'm taking that. It is what it is. Say what you want. But day 3 was a lot more like it. We had 2, didn't we? Daniel Altmaier, Casper Ruud on the double. And then I had Yuri Lehechka plus the 2.5 against none other than Lorenzo Spaghetti. Happy days there. Very good start. Next day, so. That was when Jack Draper and Casper Ruud just shat the bed. No dice on the double there. But just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in with Grigor Dimitrov. Nice little redemption shot there. We moving on to the next day. We had Artur Fils against Carlos Alcaraz. We took Fils plus the 4.5. Sound. I'll take that. And then I think that leaves us at yesterday, was it? And then we took Alex de Minaur, was it? I think it's Alex de Minaur against Musetti. No dice. What's that? 5-2. Hey, I can live with that, folks. I can most definitely live with that. I don't know about you. Look, for those that are new, we celebrate quite a few wins, quite a lot of wins over here on the channel. We do. It is inevitable that you'll get the occasional loss, 1 or 2 throughout the week. 5-2 for your first Clay Masters. I'll take that. We win together. If you find yourself in the dark, you're getting shelled in the trenches, you can guarantee I'll be there next year. It is what it is. We lose together too. You take it all in stride. We do very, very well over here on the channel. I imagine there's enough here in the comments that will back me up on that. You've got stubbles, I've got them too. We stick together and we see it through. You've got a friend in me. That's enough of that shite. We'll talk about what we've got today. Don't know what I'm going to go for. Look, the odds on this are quite shit, I'll be honest with you. I don't fancy taking the spread. I'm probably going to have a go on the UFC and the Masters tomorrow. And the Formula 1. So if anyone's got anything for that, or the baseball, or the ice hockey, please do let me know. But we are getting ready. We're a day out, I think, from Barcelona and Munich. So, 2 new tournaments start next week. It just doesn't stop, does it? It doesn't stop. I'm not complaining. I fucking love it. But anyway, Carlos Alcaraz, Lorenzo Musetti. Very well. What's it going to be? Who's it going to be, folks? There can only be one. We'll start off with Carlos Alcaraz. We don't have to say too much about this guy. I feel like Carlos Alcaraz has somewhat cruised through this tournament playing far from his best tennis. And you don't need me to tell you, if you can do something like that, you're probably good for the title. Will this be the first time he's won this title as well? I don't think he's ever won this, has he? Let me just check. Yes, what am I talking about? Of course he has. Yeah, he won 2 years ago, and he won in 2022. Yeah, Ignore me, I'm thinking a different one. They've played each other quite a few times, 5 times to be exact. Head to head is 4-1 to Carlos Alcaraz. Musetti beat him in Hamburg 2022, very close game on the clay. They played each other 3 times since then, once in the French Open, once in Beijing, once in Miami. Alcaraz has just dog walked him every time. 7 sets on the bounce. Musetti, since the win in Hamburg, has not even come close to taking a set off Alcaraz since. I imagine it'll be more of the same today. I really do. He can't keep getting away with it, folks. What are the odds that if Alcaraz takes this first set, there is no way Musetti's going to dig himself out of that hole. I don't care what you say. Fucking Demon Ore, man. How's everyone fucking drilling him in the first set as well? Lehechka done him 6-1 in the first set. Tsitsipas done him like 6-1 in the first set. Alex de Minaur done him 6-1 in the first set. What the fuck's that about? What's that about, man? But then come the second set, I don't know what it is. I mean, look, you could pick this apart for hours, couldn't you? You could pick either side of the story. You could go, you know what, he's managing to dig deep, and he's really pulling it together and coming through victorious in these spots here. But you just say he was struggling for the most part, wouldn't you? Like, he hasn't exactly looked like the 10 times better player after dropping that first set. Like, mind you, he hasn't. He's managed to rein in the unforced errors. He was spraying unforced errors everywhere in that first set. He dialed in on them a little bit. But then, it's like he passed the plague onto his opponents, and then they've just started whiffing them long and wide and into the net. I don't know. I feel like it's obviously it's part to do with Musetti managing to sort of control himself and pick his game up a little bit. Not even pick it up a bit, just rein it in. And it's mostly to do with his opponents just, quite frankly, shit in the bed. Fucking Yuri shit the bed, Stefanos shit the bed, Alex did shit the bed. Oh, honest to God. You know what? You can't even say he's been very lucky. It's easy to sit here and say he's been very lucky, but I don't know. He really does deserve to be here. He really does. I didn't think he'd get this far. And there's been numerous times in this tournament as well that I thought he was done for. Especially today against de Minaur, I thought it was curtains. I really did. Fantastic stuff. It was probably as close as like a home court advantage as you're going to get in a spot like this, You will have the crowd there. How much it's going to make a difference for them in this spot, I'm not too sure. Would you be surprised if he takes a set off Alcaraz? I don't know, maybe not. Cerundolo took one, Artifice took one, but Davidovich Fokina nearly took one today. I don't know. Musetti's played a lot, man. Look, he's played a lot of tennis, but he doesn't, he's not struggling with fatigue or anything. He's a young lad. He looks good to go. Personally, I don't see him getting any better in this game against Alcaraz. I really don't. That's just my opinion. Yeah, and Alcaraz around 1.2, is that? There you go, folks. There you go. Big spread. Once again, 4.5. Been taking them all week with the dogs. I couldn't talk it off taking Lorenzo Spaghetti at 4.5 there. Will he cover it? I'm not so sure. He hasn't come close in his last few meetings. But the results speak for themselves, did he not? He's still here. It's not going to be easy for Alcaraz. I imagine it's not going to be easy anyway, but then again, he could just rock up to the final today and just bully this dude 6-2, 6-3, something like that. de Minaur sits past Lehechka, even Boo. He was struggling against Boo in the first game. He was down a set and a break against him as well. I don't think Alcaraz is going to give you enough chances to dig yourself out of that hole. I really don't. I can't see it happening. I'm looking at Alcaraz minus that 4.5, I really am, but I'm probably not going to touch you. I don't think I'm going to touch you. Lorenzo Musetti just goes on and takes this tournament. It's not even like I don't want him to. I would love him to win this. Why wouldn't you? It'd be great vibes. You want just off pure vibes alone. It would be fantastic to see Musetti go out and win this. The crowd would love it. It's a lot easier said than done. A lot easier said than done. is it just as easy? Look, Demon was just targeting that backhand in that first set, and he couldn't do a fucking thing. He couldn't do a thing against them, and it was almost as if, come the second set, someone in his box went, Alex, that was absolutely fantastic, mate, but everything we've just done in the first set, let's do the exact opposite for the rest of the match. And, the rest is history. But I think Alcaraz is just too good. I do. I think if he'd have bumped into him in any of the matches like prior to this, he probably wouldn't have got through it. He wouldn't have done. I'll say it again, Alcaraz is playing far from his best currently. But I still think Alcaraz, that's not at his best, has still got enough to take out Lorenzo Musetti. I do. He's been quite lucky. I'm just going to say it, he has. Musetti's been very, very lucky. If that was the majority of anyone else, like, they'd have probably just lost their matches. Resilient, lucky. You've got to have a bit of luck on your side, haven't you? Like, you have. That's how it goes sometimes. He'll be very, very lucky if he gets past Carlos Alcaraz today. Very lucky. Now, personally, I don't think it's just going to be a breeze where it's dead quick and we go, oh my god, what an underwhelming final. I do think you'll get your money's worth for this. 1.2, massive favourite. Massive favourite. Considering Musetti just looks unstoppable. He's like the fucking Undertaker, isn't he? That's a massive dog. Massive dog, and I feel like that speaks volumes. It really does. I'm not expecting him to get this one done, folks. I'm not. But for those that have got him on the outright, I pray for you, and I hope it comes in for you. I'll be wanting them to win for you, I really will. I'll be taking Carlos Alcaraz, I would. Probably in straight sets as well. Probably in straight sets. I feel like if history is anything to go off, he is more than capable of handling Lorenzo Musetti, all terrain as well, so I'm expecting more of the same here. I really am. Straight sets, Alcaraz. Minus the points of view once, although I'm not picking that with much conviction. As always, folks, anything, for those that are new anyway, most of these already know, anything official that I'm going for will be pinned. We have a couple of luck, well, we go through every game for these tournaments, we have a couple of looks, couple of leans, but only one or two officials, only one or two actually count. Who are you going for? You're even touching this? Would you lean with the over? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know what to expect in this, other than a Carlos Alcaraz win. How he's going to go about it, I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't. But as always, I do wish you the best of luck. And until next time, folks, it's been an absolute pleasure. Monte-Carlo's been fucking sick. I can't wait for Barcelona and Munich. And then, what is it after that? It's another Masters, innit? Is it Rome or something? I don't fucking know. All my days just seem to merge into one now with this tennis like it's all over the place, innit? We'll be fucking somewhere next, let me tell you. Very well then, folks. Appreciate you. I'll be saying good night to you. Like and subscribe, yeah? Like and subscribe. And I'll see you all soon. You take it easy, yeah? You take care of yourselves. You take care of one another. Let's go get that cash today for those that are having a go. Anyway, obviously, if there's anything I'm going for it, if it's pinned, it's pinned. If it's not, it's not. But until next time, folks, see you in a bit, yeah? Enjoy the final, and I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the UFC as well.